I reached out to open the fridge, but suddenly saw an assassin lunging at me. I immediately realized my cover had been blown and started wildly throwing cans at him. When he got close, I kicked him hard to the ground. Then I casually grabbed a pack of diapers and, in front of everyone's shocked faces, walked straight to the front desk to check out. As a former top-level assassin, I knew this was far from over. I smoothly made my way back home, rushed to the staircase, pulled out a long hidden duffel bag filled with weapons and expired passports to get my wife and kids out of danger. I immediately called my all-capable partner Augie and asked him to prepare international passports for the whole family. Meanwhile, I rushed to my daughter's school, planning to pick her up immediately. But when I entered the classroom, she was nowhere to be seen. Luckily, knowing my daughter well, I had a pretty good idea where she might be. Soon I found her and took her with me. Before the assassin could catch up, I still had to find my son and wife. Fortunately, my son was at a friend's house playing video games. After getting a message from his friend, he panicked about getting scolded by me and ran outside. Seeing that he was safe, I quickly gathered both kids and set out to find my wife, Jessica. But halfway there, I noticed a car following us. To see if it was the assassin, I deliberately drove into a tunnel as a test. Luckily, the car didn't follow. I finally breathed a sigh of relief and successfully reunited with my wife. I told the kids we were going on a trip. I didn't explain much to my wife either. I just urged her to get into the car as quickly as possible, but it was already too late. The assassin had anticipated my move and set up an ambush to take us all out at once. Just then, a bus happened to pass by, and I disappeared behind its shadow. When the assassin reached the garage, I immediately started the car and drove down another route, but we hadn't gone far when the assassin caught up from behind and tried to force my car to stop. At the critical moment, I made a sharp drift at a fork and drove into a narrow alley. That's when I realized these guys always knew my exact location. They must have planted a tracker on my car to shake them completely. I drove to my workplace's garage and closed the door the moment I got inside. I pretended to inspect a car, quickly lifted the chassis, and found the tracker within seconds. To throw them off, I secretly moved the tracker onto a boastful colleague's car. He gave me a knowing look, slammed on the gas, and sped onto the highway, successfully drawing the assassins away. Once I lost them, I drove my family straight to Las Vegas. What I didn't know was that the head of the assassin organization, McCaffrey, had already arrived at my former home. Seeing my family happy together, McCaffrey flew into a rage and immediately issued an order. Meanwhile, after a long and exhausting journey, my family and I finally reached Las Vegas. To help everyone relax, I booked a presidential suite and even arranged a romantic candlelit dinner. This was a scene from the movie The Family Plan.